Hey guys, welcome to Women in Cannabis. I'm D. Sammy.
And I'm your host, Laura B.
And we are smoking blunts and building empires. Today we have a very special guest, of course, a woman boss lady. I love, love, love her brand. It's Becky from Your HighNess, and we are super psyched to get in her business.
Yes.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. It's been a long time coming, and we really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be here.
Absolutely. Listen, you guys know each other already, right?
So we know each other a little bit. Like we kind of met like through social media. So one of my bud tenders has been like, "Oh, you gotta hit her up. You gotta hit her up." And I'm like, What are you talking about?" So finally, I was like, "Oh, let me see her Instagram." So I reached out to her, and we've kind of like just gotten in.
We just kind of clicked.
Yeah, we clicked like right away, and then we're getting ready to carry her product. So tell us a little bit about your product, the name, everything.
So we have a brand, Your HighNess, and we grow super fire indoor weed, and we have
super fire.
we have strains that only we have, and including lemon meringue cake, lemon mints, candy rain, and shady apples, which is up and coming that everybody like won't stop talking about.
That's my favorite.
It's because it's
Shady apples.
Yeah, it's so flavorful, and it's just it's so fire. That strain I actually found myself. My husband was kind of like, I don't really like it very much, but I was like, we need to run that shady apples, and it's been a hit.
I love that. For us people out there that don't know how strains are created, how did you find that strain? Like, what does that mean? What happened?
So you have to pheno hunt. You say buy a pack of seeds or create your own seeds with a male plant and a female plant. You plant them, you grow them up, and you see, it's just like a child, like every seed will have different characteristics. Then you just, whatever you grow out, you have your friends try it, you try it yourself, and if it's fire, you grow that strain and you name it, and if it's not, you throw it away.
So it's just a name you just come up with? Or
Yeah.
You're just
I was gonna say, does it taste like apples?
Trial and error. It does.
It does?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when I tried it, I was like, oh my God, this is one of my favorite strains ever. And I've been smoking weed since I was 13.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I was like super impressed. Like the smell, the feel, like everything about it was super nice. My other bud tender loves the lemon meringue. That's like, oh, when are we getting the lemon meringue? When are we getting the lemon meringue? So your line has how many strains?
We actually have like 5 staple strains right now. But we are creating our own genetics, and we're always hunting for more. We're always on the up and up, looking for the next flavor. But our staples right now, lemon meringue cake, we've been growing for a couple years. Tequila mints, we have candy rain, like I said. Lemon mints is pretty new. Shady apples, and we're crossing the shady apples to a lot of different elite strains. Like we have the Scotty. We don't grow it in particular because everybody kind of grows it.
Yeah.
So but we're making crosses with it, and we're going to be like finding new staples.
I love that. That's what I'm talking about. That's why she's a boss chick.
For
She's
sure.
you know what? I read somewhere that you started with your husband in your garage.
Oh yeah.
How did Your HighNess come about from that?
So, we were just garage growers. We were providing medicine to the Prop D collectives over here in California. And we decided, well, mostly me, I decided we needed to make a name for ourselves. This was like back in 2012 when mostly the concentrate companies, they were the only ones branding. Like I remember like Crown Extracts was one of them, and BAMF, they were one of them. They were making a name for themselves. I was like, we need to do that because this is where this industry is going. We're going to need to make a name for ourselves. I created the Instagram, and I would just, one night I was sitting there, I was like, how do we convey that we're like have a really fire product and we're a cannabis company at the same time? And then I was like literally laying in bed one night and I was like, Your HighNess. And then we were the first cannabis company to have that name. We trademarked it, and it just came to be.
And when you was on Instagram, you was like posting the flower and stuff?
I was posting the grow, yeah. I was posting it up. At that time, the collective still were not giving the credit to like growers and stuff. But I was starting to make a name for us on social media and whatnot.
And I could imagine how, like, scrolling my timeline, I see some fire, like, whoa, you know, nobody's really doing that.
Right.
It's like,
Yes.
wow, so that's dope.
This was 2012 where it was like kind of.
Well, it was good. I think in like that time, it was like you would come in. I remember when we first got the dispensary in NorCal, like people would just come in with pounds, and you
Yes.
would just buy pounds. So it wasn't like really a company. It was just like, oh, I grew. The grower came in. Oh, there's a gelato. This is sour diesel. This is whatever strain it is, and then you would just buy the pounds. At the store, you would package it yourself and sell it. But it wasn't like there was no company name
There was
Right.
on it. It was just like the grower growing the weed and bringing it to the club to sell because there was no prepackaged items. It was like if somebody would have walked into a club back then and been like, oh, I got eights for you at $27, you would have been like, ha ha, funny guy, like
Right,
never
right.
happening, I'll never buy it, like
Right.
whatever. And you're gonna charge how much tax? Yeah, okay, whatever, see you later. You know, it was like we were paying like, I don't know, $1,500-$1,600 a pound. And then you would package it up and now it's like 3.5.
Right.
7 grams.
And everybody
you know?
wants their credit. Everybody wants their
Yeah.
credit for their work now. So.
There's a lot of people in the industry, I think like you as well, that have made like a name for themselves, right? So what do you say to people who are like, and I've heard this a lot being in the industry a long time, you know, what do you say to people that say, oh, you know, cannabis is such a male dominant industry, like how do you survive as a female in that industry?
Well, it actually, you know, it is right now. It is, but it is slowly coming
Yeah, I'm
together
saying that.
to be more, at least equal on that side. Like 75-80% of the people that work for us are women. So
Yeah.
I really think that it's taken a turn, and we're really making a name for ourselves.
But you know, ever since Obama said it, that women should be leading these companies because, you know, we follow through more. What do you think about, I feel like I come from marketing. So when I started in cannabis, doing marketing for cannabis products and different brands, being a cultivator yourself, just understanding the importance of marketing, how do you differentiate yourself from the thousands of brands out there and being able to stand out and not living that month to month? Because when you live that month to month and like, okay, if it's a good month, it's a good month, you don't really have time to grow your brand and to really do the proper things what you're supposed to do. How do you break through all of that?
So luckily, I am very interested in the culture as well. Like not just cultivation. I really like the packaging. I really gravitate to people that smoke weed, lifestyle stuff. And so I think it kind of came naturally for me because this was, you know, an idea that I had 7-9 years ago to create the brand. So I've been working on it. I connect with the smokers. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, it's okay. That was a
You just know.
all the time.
It's just like, it's something that I'm deep down, honestly, really into. So I think it just really comes naturally for me. I think a lot of other cultivators, they really just want to cultivate and they don't realize, or they are stuck in their ways where they don't realize that like, you have to make a name for yourself, you have to make an image for yourself, you have to brand, you have to market, and I think that's where we're set apart from other people, because we're really always on the up and up, looking for the next big thing, working with people who are already super in like the super hot in the market. I don't know if you guys know, we started like a whole clothing brand. It's not just even like, I wouldn't even call it merch, because it is fully designed, it is fully, it's the same, but it's separate. It has its own feel. It's like kind of, it's more of like a lifestyle type thing. But
Right. It's
we
like
have,
the whole culture.
Exactly, it's a culture. And we have, you know, our family over at Broken Promises, they've designed everything for us, and it's going to be launching in Zoomies.
Ooh, that's nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you so
a
much.
good one.
Oh my God, it's going to be launched at 420 launch. And Doll Scale online as well.
Nice.
Nice.
So-
You know what? I was gonna say that your brand reminds me of that rocker, badass girl,
Right.
badass guy, badass. Just like, you know, I love it. So Dolls Killed is definitely
Dolls
fits the brand.
Kill, oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
We're
amazing. I
super
can't
excited
wait
about
to
that.
see it.
Oh my
Send
God.
us some shirts over here.
Oh,
We'll rock
yeah.
it on the-
Yeah,
Got
on
you.
the show. So, do you have any, like, for instance, we've shared before our funny stories that have happened to us with cannabis. Like, you know, I had like a ex-husband one, and she had another one. And do you have like any funny stories that ever happened to you with cannabis? Like a lot of people say, oh, you know, I took cannabis and I had like a panic attack, or not
God.
that kind of funny story. Like a funny story, like something that actually happened.
No, we just have like the panic attack type stories. Oh man, but I mean, we ate a wax brownie. Edibles used to not do anything for me or my husband, right? And so this guy was like, "Here, eat this wax brownie and call me tomorrow. Tell me how you feel." We were like, "Oh, edibles, we never really feel it. We're just gonna eat the whole thing." We were out for 3 days.
Oh my God.
3 days.
Oh
just
my God.
You were like, please come down.
We were like, just make
That's
it,
the worst.
make it stop. Just make it stop. And luckily, this was before kids, though. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you do have kids?
Yeah, we have 2 boys.
Oh.
Look at how
old are
pretty her
they?
tattoos are.
Oh yeah, 'cause I got my baby's
I
face.
love it.
Right? I wish I could
How
have-
old are they?
5.5 and 1.5. Yeah. So
That's
love
so
them
dope.
so
How
much.
are you balancing?
Oh man,
building
it's
brands
hard. I
and-
need some advice because I know you do so many things at once.
I do, but I have no kids.
Right, I
have,
know.
well, I have a son. He weighs 3.5 pounds. His name's Doobie. He makes his guest appearances every so often, but you know, he stays home unsupervised all the time, and no problem with him.
Right.
No, but yeah, I do a lot of things, but I don't have.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
know with kids it's a lot harder.
It's crazy.
I have an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old, and balancing work, family, it's a lot.
Yeah, I notice it's getting easier as they're getting older.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
But,
want
you
any
know-
more kids. Because it's like, whoa, hold on.
I'm not gonna start
I
over.
did all the hard work already.
Right.
Yeah, no, and now they like could watch TV by themselves. They can go to the
Yeah.
kitchen, make a sandwich
Make
by
a sandwich.
themselves.
I'd be like, make your brother some cereal. 'Cause I'm done for the day.
Exactly. That's what.
I'm getting there.
So what do you love most about the industry, like the whole cannabis industry as a whole?
I love the feedback. You know, it gets me high to get you high. Like that's what I always say, because when you sit here and you tell me Shady Apples is like you've been smoking for years and Shady Apples is one of your favorite
Yeah.
strains, oh my God, like that means a lot to me because it's something that we created, we found, and we're putting out there. So that's connecting with the smokers, hearing the feedback, it's just
And I'm sure you haven't. Are you still growing in your garage?
No.
Probably not, right?
No.
So how big is your operation now?
We have a 10,000 square foot warehouse with 120 lights.
Which probably costs a lot of money.
Yeah, but
A big electricity bill.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We got the lease when it was pretty high up there, but we are about to fire that up very shortly.
And
It's
I'm
been a
like
long
excited because I'm waiting for it. People, literally, if you go to my DM, I have people because we received
Well, we
like
can't
a
go to
sample
your
pack.
DM.
Well, no. I'm saying in my DM, I have
No,
people who
you're
have
not like
messaged
the
us, "Hey, when are you getting Shady Apples in? When are you getting the?" And I'm like, "It's coming. They're in the final stages of growing and the whole nine. So
Long
people don't
time
understand like how long it takes
Oh my
to
God.
actually go completely get the licensing, the facility, the lights, the running, like everything from beginning to end.
yeah.
And then once you start harvesting, and then you have to trim, and you have to dry, and you have to
But
package.
see, that's why I feel like it's dope, because you already started marketing Shady Apples, like right
Yes,
here, right?
yes,
But it's not for
exactly.
sale yet.
It's not for
you
sale
built
yet,
up
yeah.
that anticipation.
Oh my
It's
God,
like,
yes.
that's what.
Look
that's
at
what it's
these
about.
pre-rolls, how cool, right? So this is tequila mints. This is one of your signatures, right?
Yes.
So they're gonna have glass tips, and this has like oil in it, no?
Yes, it has a concentrate on
Look at
the
that.
outside.
Glass tips. Oh yeah.
Look how cute this is.
It's our collab with Cannon Co. There's
Wow.
great people.
Super. I like that backpack boys.
This is dope.
Canon.
Yes.
So
And these are for sale already, right? Or not?
Those are for sale in some dispensaries. Yes.
Okay. Make sure you.
So
go
you
with
see, what I love about it is that it has the crown. This is what Barbie, my assistant, she loves. She loves the crown, right? So when we got the samples, like she has this crown. She put it for the picture, like the whole nine. And she was like, I have a crown. I'm gonna put it for the picture. I'm like, you have a crown? Like, where the hell do you have a crown at the office? She had like a keychain with like a bunch of diamonds on it. She was like, here, it's perfect. So the one that I smoked was the Shady Apples. The one that Austin likes is the lemon mints. That's like his favorite. I think that, does this one have it in it?
Yes, it does.
It does. So this one, will just. I was
God, it
telling
looks like Little Lemon.
I was telling Ali about this because he was like, "Oh, try this brand that he had brought," and I said, "Ali, you've got to try." Didn't I tell you that before, right before we started about Your HighNess? So I was telling, look at this nug. This is what I mean. You're not looking at me. Solid. See this?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know the way that I pick weed, and I'll tell you this, and people laugh at me, but one is when I get it out of the jar, the first thing I do is I throw it. And if it doesn't bounce, because it's hard, I don't smoke it. Because I don't like it. I like solid nugs.
Wow.
So then the other little trick is you squish the bud and you smell it.
Yeah, that's what you taught me.
Yeah.
Squish.
Squish and smell. So
That's
a lot
the
of the,
stickiest.
yeah. So, this one here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like
Yeah.
a Little Lemon.
So this one is the tequila mint, which is another one that is, this is like your original one, right?
Yes, it's actually the cousin of lemon meringue cake. We found the both strains in the same pack.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a less of a looker, but it's super powerful.
Now, how do you determine if it's the cousin, brother, sister? How do you?
Oh, because the genetics are the same. So the genetics on the lemon meringue cake are animal mints crossed to wedding cake. So is tequila mints, but they're it's like kids, different characteristics from the same parents.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I love any mints.
Yeah.
I love any animal mints, thin mints, tequila mints.
Right.
Like you put mints in the word of it, and I don't know what it is about
You
that
put
strain.
mints in the word in it.
No, because I don't know what the strain
just put
is that
mints in it.
mint
Okay,
has
I love
that
it.
really does good. Like everyone, like remember we were talking about like what works for me might not work for you,
Yeah.
or what I like you might not like. But something about that strain in particular, even if it's crossed with whatever it is, I love it.
Yeah.
So when I go to dispensary and I see anything, thin mint is one of my favorites, right? So if I see anything that says mint in it, I'm like, boom, I'm grabbing
Is it the animal mints you like or the Kush mints? What do you think?
the animal
The
mints.
animal mints. Wow, oh, that's cool.
Is the animal mints. I
No
think
wonder you like these.
Yeah, I love them. But I really, really, hands down, shady apples. That's like by far one
That
of my
makes me so
faves.
happy.
Now,
Yeah.
for someone that doesn't smoke like me, but smokes occasionally, you know, I do a lot of microdosing. What do you recommend, flower-wise?
So, taste. I would say taste. You know, because if you smoke those tequila mints, you'll go to sleep. So you should take, you know, a lower THC percentage, get one of either the Candy Rain or the Shady Apples, and you'll just have like a good flavor explosion in your mouth.
Oh, okay. So now I can't wait for the candy apples.
I'm telling you, when I tried it, I was like, holy I was like so high. Because, you know, I don't smoke like I used to, right? Like, back in the days, 5-6 blunts a day, you know.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Like, it was all good. Now it's
Wow,
like,
how was it
I'm
with
like
you?
a weekend smoker. Like, I'll just hit it a couple times and then, you know.
I'm the worst type. I'm a buzzkill smoker. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I being a good mom? Oh my gosh, what's that? You know, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to even smoke anymore. I'm not even enjoying it. But I do like to occasionally smoke with my husband because it makes him happy.
Yeah.
But speaking of husbands, how is it working with your husband? Because y'all just built this amazing empire,
Right.
literally smoking blunts and building empires over
Right.
there, that
Thank
house.
you.
And how is it? How is it?
So, you know, we have our moments. Like 99% of the time, it's amazing. We work really great together. Obviously, we parent together. We're the kind of people that can be together 24/7 and like still be cool.
I love
He's
that.
my best friend in the whole world. Like he knows that.
That's
I'm lucky to have.
Adorable.
Don't go out there and start growing in your garage just to connect with your man.
Yeah.
Now. But
I'd kill
it worked
mine.
for Becky and her.
24/7, I'd kill mine. I'd be like, yeah, no. Like, you
No,
go to work,
I
I go to
get it.
work, and I'll see you after work.
I get it. It's so crazy because my husband and I work together too, and like we're together 24 hours. And when we're not, I'm like, well, when you coming home? And then when we're apart, I'm like, all right. It's like, it's crazy.
I tell him he's my
would
security
encourage it.
blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, just, you know, we're always together, and, you know, if I don't know the answer, he does, and it's like the same. Even though we do a lot of the same stuff, like, you know, we just backpack up.
What do you think about, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What do you think about the whole state of the cannabis brands bringing in people from other industries to kind of run their companies? How do you feel that's helping or hurting
I mean, obviously it's helping them, but you know, for people like us, where we don't really have experience, like we came, like you said, we came from garages, so we don't have business experience. So we're learning because we are 100% owned just by me and my husband. We don't have any type of financial backing. We don't have any investors or anything like that. So like, obviously it's going to be a benefit to them, but you know, they're kind of getting a leg up on us who've been doing this and we've been supplying the property collectives, and like they're getting a leg up in the industry, you know. So it's good for them, but you know, it's kind of
because it's
not
almost
that great
like
for us, but
you can just
it's
put
okay.
something together. Hey, you got money. Hey, you got a
Right.
good CEO to run it, and they understand, you know, evolution of
So
brands.
let's say
and
someone
let's go.
comes to you and they're like, hey, Becky, we've seen your line and we know what it could do and this and that, and we're going to offer you $10 million for the whole operation.
Okay, $10 million is another story. But
She's like, send me the check and you can have it.
2 days ago, somebody asked for 50% of our brand for a certain amount of money. We said no.
Yeah.
Because we're going like this right now.
Right.
We are blowing up, and so it's like it's just not the time
Yeah.
with the clothing launch, with getting our operation together, with you know we're going to be in some amazing shops. So it's like I want to see what we can
I'm
do
like
on our own.
so
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah, I'm excited
for their
for y'all.
launch. Like, I think definitely when you guys launch, you should come back on the show.
Oh my God, yes.
And we could totally
Please.
do like a full launch, and you know, we could even do like a launch at the store
I'll
too.
come to the store.
Yeah,
I want
the,
to.
the store is, we're boutique, it's very small, but it's adorable.
Yes.
you
I
know?
love their store.
and-
First of all, I went to their store and it's like woman run, so
Yeah.
that's one check, and it's just so cute. I love it. I love the vibe. I just love like they're providing education for people that just doesn't know. Like I come from the East Coast, so it's like walking into a dispensary now. It's like, whoa, brand. What should I do?
Right.
So if I don't have shows like this or people like her to kind of coach me through and talk me through what does what and recommend things, I'm gonna be totally lost. So her shop rocks for that.
And I'm like, D, here, try this lube.
Try
Here,
this,
try this.
I'm like,
did you
hey.
try the Mood Magic finally?
I did not try to music because I was fasting for like,
Oh, yeah.
I just finished fasting Sunday, so I said I was gonna do that.
Yeah, that Mood Magic by Yummy Karma, if you've never tried
No,
it.
I'll try it out.
Oh, it's so good. It's like, well, we're not going to talk about them. But try it. I mean, it's a female line, so we are here to like put up the
Oh,
females,
definitely.
right? You know, so
Yeah.
it's not one brand, it's pretty much all the brands, and it's educating people who don't know that there is so much more than just smoking cannabis, you know?
Yeah.
There is the tinctures, there is the oils, there is the bath bombs, there is people who just don't want to smoke. Like, I'm a smoker. D likes to vape, you know, so it's like,
really like. I like it. I like a
do you
little calm.
do you
even
think
eyes.
that you'll get into like the vaping and more than just the flower and the pre-rolls?
I do. I think we want to do basically everything. You know, we're just taking it one step at a time,
Right.
because we're trying to do it all.
Yeah.
Borderline ourselves.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
first get the jars
Yes,
going.
yes.
Let's get it in
The
the
bra-
store.
the
So are you not gonna do
clothing
the
is
jars?
coming.
So we're gonna do both.
Because you sent me the packaging.
Yes, I
Which
did.
I loved. And I showed it to one of the girls. I'm like, oh my God, we need this in purple. And it has like the crowns on it. It was so freaking cute. And I was like, I need this in the store.
Yeah, you definitely gotta come back on the show.
That, oh my God, I'm obsessed with that packaging. Obsessed. It's,
I love how you put like the crowns on. I do love like the logo and the whole female base of it. You know,
Yes,
I know
yes.
your husband is a big part of it,
Yes.
but I think that you're the face of it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why.
I mean, when she started the brand, of course it was for genius.
yeah. Well, she thought of the name,
I
right?
did think of the name, and he didn't want to brand. He was like, "No, we're gonna like stay underground and keep just supplying the shops and doing what we're doing." I was like,
Like that's
nope,
not where it's
brand name,
going.
doot, 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 doot. And then he finally caught on.
Do
Obviously.
you still supply? Is it the same rules when it comes to medical cannabis? It's still
No.
No?
We're not. We just have.
You're just
They don't supply right now.
Yeah, we don't.
No.
They're in the middle of growing.
Yeah. So, they're doing their thing.
once they finish like the whole harvest section, then they'll supply us.
Exactly.
They'll supply us.
Oh my God! I want to get into some news.
Yes.
You guys want to hear something crazy?
Let's see what you got. So she has
got
some
two
news.
things.
She's got some news every time, you know, different things. Last
Yeah.
week it was hilarious. But what
Well, I
do you have
got
this
one
week?
serious one and one hilarious.
Okay, let's see.
So, a group of Italian researchers just discovered a new cannabinoid 30 times more potent than THC.
Yes.
Now, I want to know what that's about. They haven't talked about the discovery of what it does and if it gets you more high. They really haven't indulged in that. But I would like to know what's
I love how they say 30 times.
more.
How do they know it's 30?
Right.
Did they like try THC and then say that, or how does that really work?
Well, they
out?
got a whole, because you know it's
You know?
legal in Italy, so they got a whole focus group going on.
They're able to do research.
Yeah, so they did research, and it's called THCP. I guess the P stands for.
So I guess you smoke it and just fall right asleep, right? Just like.
Imagine, I think it would be in zombie land if you don't cut that. Imagine us
30
smoking
times,
like 30
more,
times more.
or a sativa like a stray, just wired.
We gotta cross that to the Shady Apples.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for real, that would be awesome.
I'm like, all you need is a little puff.
Yeah.
You can keep on going.
Don't inhale, just let it, simmer in the mouth.
Then you have a real problem. You have your people just smoking just one little blunt for a whole month.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's a
But
problem.
those blunts would probably be expensive.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
It'd be like $100, probably even more, because there is $100 blunts now. I went to a dispensary the other day, and I was like, "Oh, what's your best blunt?" And he like shows me like a blunt there, and I'm
We're
like,
made out of 24 karat gold. or
$95. I'm like,
What?
is it your best blunt because it's $95, or like what does it have that it's so
Right.
good? Oh, it has a full eighth of weed. I'm like,
What?
and
Yeah,
like
I know.
what?
Well,
eighth
you know
of
what?
weed?
You have to make things for extra super rich people because they love to buy rich shit. Like,
you know what's
it's
so
like, all
funny?
right, $95, give it to me.
You know what's
Yeah,
so
I'm smoking
funny?
$95 blunt.
I had this kid coincidentally that he said that come in yesterday to the store, and he's like, he was from out of town, from your side, over there, the East Coast, and well, mine's the East Coast too, but he was from Jersey, let's just say. So he comes and he's like, oh, what flowers are good? So I'm like, well, how much do you want? I always ask, like, how much you want to spend? Because I'm not going to show you
Yeah.
an $80 eighth if you just want to spend 20
Got no
bucks.
time to waste over
So
here.
yeah, so he's like, no, I want to stay like, what's like your best? I'm like, well, the most expensive is like 80. He's like, oh, okay, so something like that. So he ends up buying these cartridges, whatever, and then I come to show him the flower, and I show him some that are like $50-something. And he was like, oh, is that the most expensive one? I'm like, no, actually, I'll show you the connected. They're like the most expensive ones, right? So I show him, it's like $82. He's like, oh yeah, I'll take that one. He didn't smell it, didn't look at it. Just because I told him it was $82, he wanted to buy it. So I'm like, okay, well, here's the whole line of connected then. Here's Alien Labs.
Actually, we have this too.
Yeah, so he ended up buying like 3 of them, right?
He
And then he
just wants
ended
to
up,
spend money.
yeah, because in his mind, the more expensive, the better it is. And that's not true in cannabis. Like, I have some Glass House Fire that's 30% THC, and it's greenhouse, and it's $26, and it sells all day. It's super good.
Yeah.
So just because it's $82 doesn't mean it's great,
And your product being fire, how do you kind of do your margins when it comes
So
to pricing?
I've actually been thinking a lot about this because I want everybody to smoke the weed. So like we want to keep our prices lower.
Yeah.
We want to be like, top shelf but affordable for the people. So everybody tries it, and I want to be their staple.
So what are we looking at? What is that? What is that wholesale eighth price?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. I want to know. That sounds good.
She's trying to broker a deal right
I need to
here.
get on camera what that price is gonna be, because I'll tell you now, a lot of the indoor companies are coming in, and they're like, they base it so if they have like an artist, right, on the brand, I'm not gonna mention any names, but they have an artist on the brand, they feel like that flower is more expensive than the regular ones.
It's wrapper weed.
Yeah. So then it's so this one now is $27.50, right? And then now you have this other one who's been around for a long time that's $25. And then you have one of my favorite ones, which is a ball player, and he's coming in at 21. Well, to me it's 22, but 21 to me. And so I'm like, that's like, to me, a good indoor flower at 21 is like the best price, because everyone has to remember we have a 27% excise tax.
Yeah.
So now you add that on. So a $21 eighth comes out to $49 to the patient plus state tax. So it's like about $53. That is a reasonable eighth. That's
Right.
good flour, and it's, I'm not saying to put yours at that. I'm just saying, like, when people come in and you tell them 49, they're like, oh, it's under $50. Better than it's 54 and
Yeah.
then plus tax, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be like $60. So people just come. I don't mind going in like, well, I can't say that because I'm like bougie as fuck when it comes to weed. Like I go to Connected and spend the $80 too. I do. I'm not gonna lie.
But just to piggyback with the rapping, just from a marketing standpoint, if you think back as early as whatever rap started and brand integration started in rap, it's the same thing. It's like, why go to the liquor store and spend $100 on a bottle of Moet? You could spend $50 on a bottle of something else that's no brand and give you the same effect and it tastes just as good. It's all because it's perception. It's because you have rappers or celebrities, so to speak, creating this brand image, creating this lifestyle image. So when you have a brand like, say like Saucy but Jim Jones, you have them. Jim Jones already did most of the legwork because he already had his career. So now you have people just coming, wanting just to be a part of that lifestyle. Oh, I want to just be a part of it. And however long it works for, kudos to them. You can charge exactly how much you want. Because it's like, okay.
You know, I don't want to talk about that line because I'm very upset with them right now.
Oh my God.
So we're just not gonna touch that. I feel like
Edit that out. I'm not partners over here.
I'm kidding. I'm just saying, if you are a rapper and you come into the game, right? Us that have been in the game for a long time, right? If you are a rapper, a ball player, whatever you are in that, you have a name. So now you're putting that name behind that line, right? So that line, one, has to speak for itself, which it does, and two, the attention you give that line has to do the same. So for instance, if I am Matt Barnes and I have seven leaves, right? That he does. Well, no, because I said ball player. Because I said ball player. So I'm saying if I'm Matt Barnes and I have 7 leaves, then I'm gonna make sure that the service that the company is giving the clubs is A1 because my name is attached to that. Right. So when you're an artist and you come in and now you have a line and you are not doing that service of the umbrella, so what are you doing? You're just doing it for what? The social media of it? Because it's kind of for the money. Yeah. But you're not really like, at the end of the day, you go to the store and you're like, oh, how does the product do? Or just, you know.
Well, you know what? Unfortunately, people like yourself that owns these stores, they're only going to see that part. Everyone else sees different things. Yeah. They see the glitz and the glam and the greatness, and they just want to be a part of it, even if it's for 20 minutes when they're smoking a blunt.
And
that's it. And that's what they're paying for. And do you ever see yourself taking partnering with a celebrity for a strand or anything else?
I mean, we've actually been approached by a lot of different artists about they want to make their own strains, and we are open to it. But I really have to like the artist. I really have to like, you know what I mean?
Some of these artists suck.
Yeah, I try not to like really even like gift any product to any artist that I really don't connect with or really like. So I mean, we're definitely into it. We wouldn't give up our company, but you know, we would create something for them or just, you know, partner in some way
Yeah, I feel like a good, even though he has a line already, but I feel like a Wiz Khalifa and you guys together.
Oh, because it's so on brand.
Dope.
Oh, that is dope.
Would be like so dope, like your HighNess
call
and
me.
Wiz. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be
I got one
cool.
more before we wrap up. I want to just say about this crazy ass Tennessee man who goes to court over some marijuana stuff. I don't know exactly what he went to court over, but the point of the story is that he sparks up a joint right in front of the judge, like
it's all good.
Yeah, in Tennessee.
Wow.
I think a lot of crazy people come from Tennessee, but this man in particular, he wanted to go to jail.
For sure.
So he had to. He just really wanted to. I mean, like.
So he just like
white mind when
you know when you go to court, right? Not that I've been there, but you know, for like a ticket or whatever. But when you go to court, right, you have to pass the metal detector, right? And you have to put all your shit in like the little thing, just like you go through like security, right? So he had to at some point probably put the joint, or not even maybe have the joint in his pocket, but the lighter there at least, right? So how does he like get in the courtroom, right, and then go up on the stand and literally pull out a joint and even light it? Right. You know what I mean?
Well, I think lighters you can go into the courthouse with lighters.
But I'm saying, like, imagine like everybody's looking, court reporter, blah, and the dude just like lights a joint, and everybody's like just chilling, like.
They immediately took him away.
Yeah, they took him away and locked him up.
Oh,
and obviously he wanted to get locked up.
For sure.
Oh, actually, I know exactly what he was doing. He was protesting He was protesting marijuana legalization in Tennessee.
In court.
And he decided to
In
spark
court,
up.
great way.
Wow.
That was a great way to protest.
Got on the
Don't
news.
protest outside the building. Protest straight to the judge's face in court. Like, yeah, that's great.
Why not? Why not get some charges attached to that? Oh my God!
That's
But on
hilarious.
a positive note, where do you see yourself, your family, your brand in 5 years?
In 5 years, man, we're gonna keep running it up. We're gonna just continue to do the best that we can with our brand. I want to be on every shelf, obviously. The clothing line is gonna be super hot. We're just gonna keep it going. I know a lot of companies, like, they want to sell. They're trying to, like, boost themselves up. We're in this for the long run. I want my kids to
Take over.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that.
Do you see yourself going into other states as it gets
Oh
more
yeah,
and more?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we talked a little bit about Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. I love Chicago. We already got some people over there. Been looking into it.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the
On the
ground.
ground. Yes.
And then Oklahoma. We got a lot of people in Oklahoma that we've been talking to. Gonna get our strains out there and be cultivating some stuff. And I think whatever. I'm hoping it goes federally legal so that we can be literally nationwide.
Girl, I hope
That's
so too. So we can
amazing.
have a bank account. Like,
I
we
know,
just need a bank account. Like, oh my
My
God.
mattress is lumpy.
Like, damn, I'd be so happy to just be able to run payroll
That's
Right.
through the bank.
Well, just
You know?
to wrap it up, because I know we got
Yeah.
a little time, right? You cut that part out. But we thank you so much. Like, you
Yes.
are a breath of fresh air in this industry where there's so much noise and so much, like they, stuffing it down your throat. I like the fact that you care about your brand. This is your baby besides your two beautiful babies. And you really wanted to grow and be organic growth too.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we want to do it all ourselves, and I think that's what a lot of people like about us. It's like we're pretty genuine, and we, connect with our people, and we're all about it. We're about this industry.
like,
this
we-
is our lives.
We met on Instagram and she was like, boom, we just like talk all the time now.
I know.
Like, we had never seen each other. We're just like Instagram friends.
So, y'all gotta make sure it's coming soon. Shady Apples. Make
Yeah,
sure.
so give the people like your
Please.
Yes.
social
So,
media.
our main Instagram account is Your Highness LA, and my personal Instagram account is YHLA_B, and we will have these. I can't wait to show you guys the packaging and all of the stuff that we have coming, because it's crazy. It's really, really cool.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Thank you for
Thank you for
coming.
having
It
me.
was awesome having you here today. I can't wait. I know the girls and everybody at the store cannot wait to get their hands on some lemon meringue and shady apples, like for sure,
Yes.
especially me.
Oh yeah, she's looking forward to
I'm
it.
like ready for it. Like, bring it on in.
And make sure you
So-
DM us, and
Yes.
If you need to know where you could find the product, Your Highness.
Yeah, as
or
soon as she
store near
releases,
you.
as soon as she releases this, we'll know. As soon as she releases it, we will know like the stores that you're gonna be in, and then we'll be able to put it out too. Like available in
Exactly.
LA,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
So we always tell people that like hit us in the DM or send us an email. However it is, if you want to know where any products that we talk about are at. So with that, we're just gonna wrap it up.
Yes. Stay
Dee,
tuned for the
take us
next
out.
episode.
Stay tuned. Bye, guys.